Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and today I thought we'd do something a little different. I thought we'd have some fun and go back in time and look at the patches of old. So, this video, I'm going to be covering the vanilla WoW or classic WoW patches. And if anyone enjoys this, we can go over the other ones as well. It's mainly a little bit of a nostalgia thing for me, but I figured, you know what, if I enjoy it, and maybe everybody else would enjoy it. So I'm like, all right, let's just go through it together. So I'm on this website. It's just like a WoW wiki thing. You can find it pretty easily. I typed in WoW patches, and here we are. And I'm playing some WoW music in the background for nostalgic purposes. All right, so first patch was patch 1.1 World of Warcraft. That was way back in November of 2004. Which is the initial release version of WoW. I believe this is like some beta stuff. Actually, December 6th, the EU version came out. So, that's interesting. I wasn't playing yet at this time. But I was playing during 1.2, The Mysteries of Maraudon, which released, Oh wait, no, I wasn't. December 18th. I was not playing yet. This is Maraudon, the Gurubashi Arena. Cloak Helm graphics can be toggled, and the first Feast of Great Winter event. So I remember I came in at the end of this, so I bought the game like probably 2 weeks after this patch. Actually, it would be December 18th. It's like a week and a half after, because I bought it on January 2nd, 2005. That's when I started playing the World of Warcraft. So this was already in the game when I started playing, but we can take a look at it anyway. We got, let's see anything else that came up here. So we got patch 1.2. Happy holidays! The holidays are here, and citizens of Azeroth are celebrating the occasion with festive decorations and wintertime activities. Oh boy. And here's the, oh my god, this is from the old website too. They used to have the old, they used to have the patch updates on the old website, and they just had these kind of mid-2000 tier graphics. I love it. So they added Maraudon in. Not really a big fan of Maraudon. Cloak and Helm graphics, so you can toggle them, whatever. I mean, a lot of people like that. Then there's just, let's take a look at some of these general changes. Players will now receive credit for killing a monster even if they die during battle. Players will now be able to purchase and train mounts from other races in their faction. You'll first need to obtain Exalted, though, which, woo, back then, that was a mamma mia. A looking for group channel has been added. Yes, I can look for groups now. Days chance has been reduced in degrees depending on level of monsters. If you die in Molten Core, you'll now be able to retrieve your corpse at the Blackrock Depths instance line. Excellent. Several instance bosses and sub-bosses have had their levels slightly lowered. Giant clams in the Vile Reef now drop blue pearls. Thank God. I was worried because they were just only dropping big pearls. Now they drop blue pearls. The big blue pearls are coming next patch. It's not even... I don't know. I'm just... Spell Reflection no longer reflects abilities. What? You can initiate a trade by dropping money onto a player? I didn't even know you could do that. Can you still do that? Or is that just like... I don't know. You can no longer select targets while under the effects of Charm. Okay. Most non-elite creatures in instance areas of the world have had their hit points slightly increased, starting from 20. Messages in the chat window provide feedback when you're getting drunk or sober. Skill gain messages will no longer appear. Training costs for all classes are being rebalanced. And then there's, I don't want to go over like all of it or we'll be here all day, but I'll take a look at some of these. Let's see. Players will receive credit. Oh, wait, we just read that. Damage bonus. Oh, this is talents. Old school talents, dude. Player versus player. There's the Gurubashi Arena. That hasn't always been there. Now it is there. Well, I think it was there, and then it got changed. Oh, yeah, then it got changed to free-for-all PvP. I see. Then professions, you got all the fishing stuff. Spider sausage added. Gotta love the spider sausage. Alright. So that's this patch. Then there's all little mini patches in between, like 121, 122, 123. So I guess I started playing right in between here. So the first patch I ever participated in was 122. Wow, what happened in that patch? Seal of the Crusader fig. I didn't play Alliance, so I didn't really care. Nothing crazy. All right. Improved performance when large number of players are gathered in a small area of the world. That's probably for the crossroads and stuff, when people all gathered together. All right, so let's see the next big patch. It would be in March 7, 2005. Meeting Stones, Dire Maul, Azurgos. I don't know how you say it. And Lord Kazakh. All right, this is a pretty big patch. These patches are all very close as well. I guess because the game just came out, so they're just introducing a lot of new content, but it's still kind of crazy to see how fast these patches hit. Updated changes. Players who have completed the Molten Core Discovery Quest can now port directly to the zone, bypassing Blackrock Depths. Thank God. Divine Favor. Fix the bug preventing blah blah. Bind on pickup items that are of a quality below the default group loot threshold. White Gray will no longer require confirmation before looting. Various bind on pickup items that were previously of common quality, white, have been changed to green. Corruptor's Scourgestone. Several of the dungeon and raid armor sets have been updated with their non-placeholder textures. These sets include the Devout, Prophecy Elements, Arcanist, and Wild Heart set. Oh, I forgot about the Wild Heart set for Druids. Quests that are not completable while in a raid group or no, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Alright, major changes. I should just focus on major changes. Dire Maul. Dire Maul, a new dungeon for players level 56 to 60, is now open and ready for business. Dire Maul is populated by a fierce tribe of ogres and is located in the western region of Feralis. Dire Maul will be limited groups of no more than 5 players each. So it was a 5-player all the time. I like the little patch thing for it too. New outdoor raid bosses. 2 new outdoor raid bosses have been introduced to Azeroth. Azurgos, a monstrous blue dragon, is landed in Ashara, while Lord Kazakh, the demon, can be found in the Tainted Scar of the Blasted Lands. I always remember running into him. And having to just run away. Meeting Stones. Oh, man. Meeting Stones are located outside of each dungeon to help players find a group to adventure with in the dungeon. Meeting Stone will help you find a viable 5-person group by looking for a tank, healer, and so on. As time passes and you are unable to find a group, the Meeting Stone will become less picky about who it groups you with. Essentially just being like, hey, do you guys need 3 rogues? Like, no? Alright, well, here's 3 rogues. We're like, hey, we don't have a healer. We just have 4 rogues. Dungeon player caps. All dungeons now have a cap on group size to limit the number of players that may enter the dungeon. Oh my god, I remember. It is necessary to add this cap as raiding these dungeons trivialize much of the content. Because of this change, we can now look to adding better loot to them during future content patches. With that in mind, the dungeons below now have the following caps. Onyxia Molten Core, 40. Blackrock Spire, 15. Dire Maul, 5. All other dungeons in the game will be capped at 10. Several dungeons will be re-examined for balancing in light of this change. In addition, will have their loot improved significantly for the next content patch. That's kind of crazy. The fact that more than this amount of people would go into these dungeons. Oh yeah, and Blackrock Spire did used to be 15, now that I think back to it. That's just so crazy. It's crazy to think these quality of life changes were not a thing back then, you know? I mean, the game only been out a few months, you know? That's what this whole, like, classic vanilla WoW thing is going on about. Like, what patch are they gonna put it at? Like, is it gonna be at this patch? I feel like it'd have to be after this patch, right? So I don't know what they're gonna do with classic WoW. Because I feel like you'd want to cap the dungeon player limits and stuff, right? Skill up rate improve for oh my god, that's right. You used to have to level up your stuff. I remember going into dungeons just trying to level up my bow skill and like my axe skill and things like that when I had my warrior. Improved line of sight for large creatures. In-game mail sent from GMs will now use official Blizzard stationery. Drunk effect has been greatly enhanced. Woo! If you resurrect without releasing your spirit, your resurrection timer will decrease normally. Interesting. Let's see. Oh wait, mounts are now Horde and Alliance restricted in the tooltip. Oh. And then there's just a bunch of class changes, which, if you're interested, you can just go look them up, because there's way too many for me to go over. But a new engineering recipe is available at BRD. for a repair bot. Mamma mia. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's any like crazy things as we scroll through. You can now have multiple action bars on screen at the same time. Yes! Finally. Alright, let's see. What was after this one? This was the Call to War. Epic Priest Quest, Hunter Quest, and PvP Honor System introduced. Ooh. Oh my god, I actually remember seeing that like on the website when it released. This is May. PvP Honor System. The player versus player honor system is now active. Players will be able to gain rankings based on their PvP performance with lucrative rewards for those who distinguish themselves on the field of battle. Read more about the PvP Honor System. Man, that was such a... I really enjoyed the PvP Honor System. I miss it to an extent, but I probably wouldn't... Like, if they brought it back, I'd be like, yeah, but then I'd be like, yeah, whatever. It's still fun to think back on, you know, just people grinding out those high ranks in the PvP system. Children's Week. Oh boy. Gurubashi Arena event. Wait, I thought we already added that before. Oh, it's now a regular event. Okay. Elemental invasions. Invasions by elementals at different locations on Kalimdor have been reported. Concerned adventurers should investigate Silithus, Ngoro, Azshara, and Winter Spring. Let's see. Charm and polymorph mechanics can be reactively countered by spells and abilities. Yes, the druid shape-shifting out of polymorph. That's right. Whoa, what? Level 60 mounts purchased at vendors now have a whole new look. Faster undead mounts already have a different look and so have not changed. Wait. They already have a different look and have not, so they didn't change? The new mounts can be seen standing near mount vendors. If you have one of the old fast mounts, you can exchange it for one with a new look at the mount. Oh! That's like the Ivory Raptor. Dude, the Ivory Raptor, it's like the rarest thing. And I remember some of my friends had the Ivory Raptor, and then we were like, yo, you gonna trade that in? And they're like, I'm not trading this in. Like, I'm never gonna get this back. You kidding me? And so, they still got the Ivory Raptor. It's like, shit, dude. That's a mamma mia. PvP. Let's see. Whole bunch of stuff. About Frost Shock and Frost Nova and Entangling Roots. I just want to see where it talks about the new things. Like the priest quests? Where does it say that? Molten Core Discovery Quest. Where's the Epic Priest Quest? World Environment. Anderhall has been overhauled to improve frame rate. Yay! The Cairn Bloodhoof is now a little more talkative. Thanks, Cairn. Glad you're a little more talkative. It's okay to be shy, you know? But, I mean, sometimes you gotta put yourself out there, man. Same for you, Grim and Elmore. Come on. Town criers now have basic gossip texts. No longer a tree floating off the ground in Sishir Canyon area of Stone Talon Mountains. Thank God. I love these. These are probably my favorite things. There's no longer fish flying around above the waterline in Silver Pine Forest. Female orcs no longer getting stuck in scaffolding. Removed a crate that was clipping through a tent hut. I love these the most. Let's see. The rain stick sign in Thunder Bluff is no longer floating. Removed an invisible collision wall located in the Barrens near Bramble Scar. No longer a hole in the world at Dungarock. Oh my god. Closed a hole in the world in the Searing Forge. Dude. Who, maybe Sargeras was trying to open some voids in the world, but Blizzard just closed them real quick. Alright, where's the thing I'm looking for? Additional patch changes. Did I just miss them? Hold on, maybe I just missed it, right? Let's see, Epic Priest Quest. The Balance of Light and Shadow is the quest that priests must complete in order to get the Epic Staff, Benediction, Anathema. Ah, this is when they added all these things. I see. I remember doing this. This was just a crazy quest, having to to save all the peasants and stuff. You had to, like... I don't remember if you had someone there to help you. I think you did. And then you'd have to, like, drink some potion. And, like, dude, it was just... It was crazy. But then you got it, and you're like, yeah! The hunter one was for the staff bow. And I remember you just had to kill a bunch of, like, big demon people. My friend did that. He went and got the, what's it called? Like, yeah, what was the name of it? Is there just normal hunter quests? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And then PvP honor system. Alright, 1.5, Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds. Let's see. Patch 1.5. Battlegrounds arrive. Warsong Gulch and Alterac Valley are available. Wands. The shoot wand ability is now a toggle. While active, it will continue attacking with the equipped wand until cancelled. Pet speed has been increased when out of combat following their master. PvP honor system. Oh yeah, they added in dishonorable kills. Sitting characters now stand up immediately after an attack, even if stunned. Players can no longer swap inventory gear while dueling. Dueling is now allowed within Everlook. Let's see. Any other crazy stuff this patch? New engineering firework recipe. Molten core. Max range of Wrath of Ragnaros spell has been increased. Wowee. Let's see. Wait, Searing Gorge has a new quest hub for both Alliance and Horde players called Thorium Point. Hooray! Hinterlands has a new Horde quest hub known as Raven Tusk Village. Wow, I didn't even realize they like added those so late into the game. Innkeepers around the world have gossip options. Let's see. Thorium Brotherhood faction is now peaceful. Ah, players cannot go to war with them. It's a war with the Thorium Brotherhood. Brave Wild Runner of Bloodhoof Village in Mulgore no longer patrols through the Kodo mounts. Man, he loved those Kodo mounts and going through them. Mithril nodes added to Ungoro. New flight paths. I actually remember when they added these new flight paths because I was like, oh yes, new flight paths to make things shorter. Because I mean, you didn't have flying mounts. So you're like, sweet, more flight paths. This is great. Let's see. You got Warsong Gulch. All right. Patch 1.6. The Assault on Blackwing Lair. Blackwing Lair has been released. When was this? July of 2005. Nefarian Sanctum Blackwing Lair can be found at the very height of Blackrock Spire. Let's see. Darkmoon Fair. They added in the Darkmoon Fair. Gathering of exotic from around the... Wait. A gathering of the exotic from around the world and beyond. Okay. Silas Darkmoon has brought together the Darkmoon Fair as a celebration of the wondrous and mysterious found in Azeroth. And Battle Masters. There's a new way to enter Battleground queues. Battle Masters, located in each city. The old Battle Masters. I actually really enjoyed them because then you could have the guys you went to buy your stuff, and it was that like little headquarters thing. And I remember it was like you can only go in here if you're a high, or if you're like a warlord or a high sergeant or something. And I was like, dude, I want to get high sergeant and go into that room. Like it was just it was locked off for everybody. It's not something. I feel like it's something they wouldn't do now. It's like we gotta include everybody. Everybody needs to experience the thing. It was back then. It was like no. Either you're good enough to get in here or you're not. So, too bad. I love that. It made me want to be like, you know what, I gotta play. I gotta rank up, gotta do things. And that's one of the other things I'm looking forward to with classic WoW, vanilla WoW servers. There's a new option upon the login screen. If you click the Remember Name checkbox, the game will automatically fill in your account name. Wow, thanks. Let's see. Cannibalize, Will the Forsaken. Last thing decreased. That's just a bunch of things. Macintosh. PvP honor system. It's now a progress bar on the honor tab. Oh, wow. Warsong Gulch. Let's see, any cool Alterac Valley things? Korok the Blood Rager has gained immunities to many different spells and abilities. Okay. Anything else down here? Let's see. Raids and dungeons. Several spawns removed from Skullomance. This should make it more enjoyable for a 5-player experience. Oh, and same for Stratholme. That's right, because I remember these used to take a long-ass time. Now that I think back to it. Because I think they used to be 10-man instances. Because I remember getting my Ancient Bone Bow in Skullomance. And it used to be a 10-man. Because I remember going there with 10 people. Raid UI improved. World environment, more flight paths. Oh yeah, I remember when they did this. Camp Tarajo to all the places. Camp Tarajo got a flight path because the Barrens was big as shit. And everybody was like, why don't they just add a flight path to Camp Tarajo so we can get down there? And then they did. And we were like, oh, sweet. And then they added a bunch of graveyards. Sweet. Next up, Rise of the Blood God, Zul'Gurub. Whoop. Hidden within the jungles of Stranglethorn in an ancient troll city of peril. Full of peril has been uncovered. Hey, it's Rise of the Blood God, Zul'Gurub. High level 20-man raid instance with 120 new rare and epic items to uncover. Adventure awaits. Rafi Basin. Join the League of Arathor, or the Forsaken Defilers, as they battle for the precious resources stockpiled in the latest battleground. I actually remember more Rafi Basin being in this patch than Zul'Gurub. I forgot that they were even together, because I thought it was like a bigger Rafi Basin patch, but then I guess it was more focused on ZG. Maybe I wasn't raiding at the time. September 13th, 2005. I probably like just started raiding, so I didn't really care as much. I cared more about the Rafi Basin. Stranglethorn Fishing Extravaganza. Grand new event set along the coast of Stranglethorn. Whoop whoop. Details. Debut limit has been increased to 16 from... Oh, debuff. Fix bug where you could kill someone in a duel with spell reflection. Why would you fix that? That's great. Oh, actually kill them. I see. Made general improvements to the camera. Meeting stones. They keep doing a whole bunch to meeting stones. PvP battlegrounds. Battleground holidays have been added to Warsong Gulch, Altrac Valley, Rafi Basin. Holidays. Oh, that's right. They added the battleground holidays to be like, oh, I guess it's AB weekend or AV weekend or whatever it was. I mean, they still do that, but this is the patch that added that in. That's kind of cool. Whole bunch of class changes. We have determined that the defense statistic was being applied to items too liberally, causing those items to be stronger than they should have been relative to other items, so we have removed it from the game in future expansions. Thanks, Blizzard. Proficiency bonuses have been added to the game. Okay. Wait, some of the sets of equipable items have been added that will give bonus effects to players only if they have specific skills such as leatherworking. I don't think they have that anymore, do they? Or wait, yeah, they do. If it's like you get +2 fishing and stuff like that. Maybe, okay. I think they do then. I don't think it's as prevalent, though. Mainly because professions are super easy now. Anything else crazy? Black Lotus no longer soulbound. Sell it on the auction house. Woo! Great number of quests and events added to ZG. 2 new quests have been added to Thorium Point, Searing Gorge. And new dressing room interface now available. If you control left click on any item, item reference, or item link, a UI panel will appear showing your character wearing that item. That's right, up until this point, this wasn't even a thing. Which is kind of insane too, because it's like, I think I remember this patch as well and being like, whoa, that's such a cool feature. But I mean, at that time, like, a lot of these things were just unheard of. So it's like, oh, wow, that's pretty neat. And then a whole bunch of script stuff, world environment. Alright. Now we're up to 1.8, the Dragons of Nightmare. And then there's like, what, 1.9 and 2.0? Or no, 1.1. 1.11. Oh, and then that's it. Okay. I was like, yeah, does it hit 2.0 or is it... Because Burning Crusade was 2.0. Dragons of Nightmare. So let's see. What was this? Disturbance at the Great Trees. Something is amiss at the Emerald Dream. Immense dragons with shimmering emerald scales of the green dragonflight have been sighted guarding the portals at the Great Trees. Ah, but these once noble creatures crawl with new strange menace, not the peace for which Ysera was known. I remember that. The arid sands of Silithus are shifting. Something is awakened beyond the wall to the south. Aid the druids of the Cenarian Circle as they delve into the mysteries of the desert. Seek answers behind the Twilight Hammer's presence. Discover more about the alien creatures known as the Silithus. So this is when they revamped Silithus and did all this stuff. Until they revamped Zone for level 60 solo players and 5-man parties. There it is. And Hollow's End has been created here. They added in Hollow's End. That's pretty cool. Honor system. Hold on, what else did we have here? Say they had that, and then 181 Battleground. Certain geometry exploits in Rafi Basin have been fixed. What else did they have? Wait, Blizzard Launcher. Patch 183 was the Blizzard Launcher. Oh, wow, look at the old Blizzard Launcher. Oh, my God. I remember that. Dude, raise your hand if you remember the old Blizzard Launcher. Do it. Raise your hand. I guess it... Dude, this Blizzard Launcher lasted a really long time. Come to think of it. Like, it went all the way to Mista Pandaria before they changed it again. Shit, dude. And then minimum battleground time for Mark of Honor, Feast of Wintervale preparations, bug fixes. There's pretty much the 1 year anniversary here at World of Warcraft. Kind of crazy. That's a lot. It's like everything we just went through, and this is like the 1 year. Like, that's so much content. So much content, dude. And then January rolls around, and boom! Encourage hits. The Gates of Encourage, patch 1.9. New Tier 2 epic armor models and graphics, linked auction houses. Oh! I was so happy when they did linked auction houses, because I used to have to go around to all the auction houses, right? Go like Thunder Bluff and stuff and be like, hey, is there any cool deals over here? It was like a weird dark market almost, like, yeah, you got to get that at the Thunder Bluff auction house. Like, oh, okay. And then they're like, why don't we just link them all together? And everyone was like, wow, that's crazy. Raid dungeon timers, Timbermaw hold quest revamp, Paladin talent revamp, new 15-minute raid versions of blessings, and shard bags. Mamma mia. And they also added Love is in the Air. Valentine's Day support. Wait, support. Did they add it, or is it like some weird fix for it? For deals of the previous version of this event. Huh, interesting. Love is in the air. Shit, dude. Storms of Azeroth. So is the Storms of Azeroth. Weather effects, tier 0.5 armor and priest talent revamp. Oh my god, I remember this because I was a priest and I was very excited. And I also remember this because I was like, oh my god, weather effects. This was like one of my favorite patches. Adventurers of Azeroth can now quest to upgrade their previous rare quality dungeon set to a new higher quality tier set, including epic gear. These tasks include all new boss encounters, so prepare your finest group of dungeon delvers and prepare for a challenge. So yeah, they added the tier 0.5 weather. They added weather to Elwyn Forest, Tearsful Glades, Dunmorrow, Darkshore, Ultrac Mountain, Stranglethorn, Feralus, Ungoro, Tannerus, Winter Spring, and Encourage. Which is pretty sweet. I remember watching this and just being like, oh yeah, they added weather in. And now it's like still one of my favorite things about the game. New Final Destination flight paths. If you're making several jumps to get to your destination, you'll now be able to choose that flight path from your initial flight master. Cost will remain the same, but you no longer need to manually click on each path. Oh my god, I forgot that was even a thing! Oh! You had to click, you had to fly one by one through each part of the flight paths. I forgot that was the thing, dude. Oh my god, that's a quality of life change. Quest experience for gold at level 60. Oh yeah, they didn't even give gold at level 60. If you completed quests, it's just nothing. High level instance changes. Where's the priest talent revamp? PP Battlegrounds. Where is it? Priest. Here it is. Priest will have all talent points refunded. Holy Fire is now available to all priests. Oh yeah, it didn't even used to be available to all priests. Prayer of Fortitude, range and area increase. Mind Soothe is instant cast. Shadow Form reduces all physical damage taken. There's all the racials. Lesser Heal, mana cost drop 9%. Oh my god. Greater Heal, cast time reduced to 3 seconds. Vampiric Embrace, damage resisted by the target no longer be counted as damage caused for the purposes of the healing for this. Powered Shield will now get a small bonus from items and effects which increase your healing. Holy Nova, self cooldown on the spell removed mana cost increased. And Devouring Plague no longer keeps player in combat for its duration. Dude, I remember this and being like, oh yeah, new talents. I can't even put it in the words. Then you got professions, you got your quests, you got your stuff. Patch 1.11, Shadow of Necropolis. Mage adjustments and talent revamp. Shaman adjustments, talent revamps. This is when they were like revamping everybody. Next, Ramus. A massive necropolis floating above Stratholme. And anything else crazy this patch? Let's see. Cost 1 learned talents now decay over time. Cost would be reduced by a rate of 5 gold per month to a minimum of 10 gold. Huh. Yeah, that was before you couldn't just switch your talents randomly. Or even have dual spec. I don't even think they had dual spec yet. It's just crazy. Like, looking back on all these changes and stuff. Mamma mia. Quest, raid dungeons, UI, group loot. Wait, the group loot need before greed dialogue will now show a golden dragon border around bind on pickup items. Ah, thanks. Logitech G15 keyboard support added. Oh my god, I remember I had one of these. And I just remember because you get the little screen on your keyboard and you're like, oh my god, it's like a keyboard screen keyboard. It's like another little thing I can look at. I was so excited when I got one of these. And I remember I used it for some other games too, like in Battlefield 1942 or something. You could see your ammo on that. Oh my god. I think that was one of the first keyboards that did that. Which is kind of crazy. And then finally, patch 1.12, Drums of War. Rogue adjustments, World Outdoor PvP enhancements, Cross-Realm Battlegrounds. Cross-Realm Battlegrounds. For the first time in the history of WoW, you'll be able to face off against players from other realms in the Battlegrounds. PvP Battlegrounds link all the Battlegrounds so that players from several realms will be combined into one huge matchmaking pool. And then World PvP, which failed miserably in Silithus and Eastern Plague Lands, which is where the Jar of Dirt came from. And yeah. Hold on, I wanted to also see the major mount changes. Riding skill has been changed. Your riding skill of 75 is now needed to ride level 40 mounts, and a skill of 150 for 60 mounts. Those that already have mounts will automatically be granted the appropriate level skill. Ah, yeah, this is when they started changing mounts as well. Shit, dude. Well, those are all the classic and vanilla WoW patches. Obviously, we didn't go over everything, but I think we went over a fair amount and got to experience some nostalgia there. So if you want me to do this again, but for other patches, just be like, do it, Crendor, in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you want to check out my WoW ASMR, I'll put a link below in the description for that, because I've been putting up WoW ASMR stuff on my Goodnight Crendor channel, youtube.com/GoodnightCrendor, as well as other ASMR related stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay. See ya.